Now, not all numerical growth is the same. The all by itself principle must be factored into every congregation. Just like our high school student, Sam. Sometimes churches grow in ways that does not translate into Jesus expansion or reaching the lost in their community. Sometimes church growth can be unhealthy. Let me explain myself. When does church growth become unhealthy? Let me give you 3 reasons, or at least 3 factors. Number 1 would be when discipleship doesn't accompany evangelism. When discipleship does not accompany evangelism. A second reason would be when growth is built on the back of a couple charismatic leaders. A third reason would be when new people are drawn into the church through cheap tricks or gimmicks. If there's anything I know about church growth, it is this. We cannot pursue church growth without conviction. Anyone with a little bit of charisma and a public dynamic can draw a crowd. You can buy a smoke machine, you can play some groove music, you can string up some new fad lights, you can show some movie clips, you can encourage the cool people from the boring church down the street to come and be a part of your church. We might raise the numbers by doing all of that. We might even get some new speaking engagements. But that's unhealthy church growth. Let me show you what healthy church growth looks like. Watch the big screen. Healthy church growth happens when disciples make disciples who make more disciples. That's healthy growth. When disciples make disciples who make more disciples. And apparently that is not happening across the board in the Church of Jesus Christ. For over 30 years now, Tom Rainer has studied the church growth, the ups and downs, the ins and outs. He's devoted his entire life to studying the church and consulting with major denominations how to help their denomination and the church as a part of that denomination to grow healthy. Tom Rainer said this some time ago. Watch the big screen. 9 out of 10 churches in America are either declining or growing so slowly they are not keeping up with the growth rate of their own community. 50% of churches didn't add a single new person to their fellowship last year. Rainer says, I estimate that 8,000 to 10,000 churches will close their doors in the coming year. And that's a lot to digest. That is a huge pill to swallow. It's a pill of truth, though, so I want us to read it again. 9 out of 10 churches in America are either declining or growing so slowly they are not keeping up with the growth rate of their own community. 50% of churches didn't add a single new person to their fellowship last year. I estimate that 8,000 to 10,000 churches will close their doors in the coming year. Let's break that down, make it real for us. Sounds like to me, Rainer is saying from the eastern seaboard to the west coast, 90% of churches are losing ground. In their respective communities, instead of enlarging their territory, they are giving up property. Most are declining. Many will close soon. And folks, if that doesn't break our hearts, then we all need a halter monitor.